Hello, I'm Christy Nelson, and welcome to this edition of 5 Talk Street. With the school year now in full swing, parents are busy with what their children are learning in school. But what about what happens after school? Joining me now, Byron Sanders, the president and CEO of Big Thought, and Latricia McDuffie, Big Thought's social and emotional learning site coordinator. Thanks to you both for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Byron, let's start with what Big Thought is. There are many people who are watching who may not be familiar.
Yeah, Big Thought. So we're a 30-year organization. We are a creative learning enterprise. What we do is we work in a number of different ways, but the two key things that our organization is responsible for is for helping kids unleash their creativity and build their social and emotional well-being. And we do that primarily in the out-of-school time settings, but we partner with school districts, primarily Dallas ISD, City of Dallas, and even Dallas County in order to do that.
Okay, so what exactly is social and emotional learning?
For me, when I try to explain it, I say social emotional learning is like a toolbox. And in that toolbox, you'll find teamwork, you'll find the ability to collaborate with others that may be from a different background, and you'll discover how to identify your emotions and then control them and then think through how you'll act on them.
Okay, so what's the mission of SEL Dallas?
It's a great question. So SEL Dallas, in 2017, the Wallace Foundation, one of the big partners with a lot of our work over the years, funded an initiative, a research grant to help identify over 4 years in partnership with Dallas Independent School District, how do you embed social and emotional learning strategies in the daytime and in the after-school setting. Studies have shown that social and emotional learning is a powerful tool, one of the most important skill sets that kids need to learn early on and throughout the rest of their career. It shows up as emotional intelligence or workforce skills later on. But the bottom line is, what we need to do as institutions is embed that not in a one little piece of time during the day, but throughout the entire time, because it actually is more of a lifestyle change and culture transforming paradigm. And that's what this research report is about, how to do that at scale within large school systems.
And so, Latricia, this is not just something, though, that's taught in school. You have to enforce it at home as well.
Oh, you're right. You know, it's caught on like wildfire, and it's extended way beyond the classroom. So now it's moved into after-school programs like Thriving Mind. Dallas Parks and Recs is now doing it. It's gone to city initiatives like Dallas City of Learning, a partnership with Big Thought in the city. And then it's moved nationally with someone we're excited to partner with, Momentous Institute, where they bring in educators from all over the nation and teach them the skills to take back to their communities.
So, Byron, now that school is back in session, what's the message that you want parents to think about when it comes to their children's education?
As important as the academics are, right? We know about reading, writing, and arithmetic. As important as those skill sets are, social and emotional learning is one of the most powerful things that we should be teaching and reinforcing at home. Mindfulness is also a word that people use, so making sure that kids have time to think about their actions, taking a moment to breathe, settle in before we start homework, or if a kid feels like they're excited when they're coming in and you're asking them to focus, or maybe even asking them a question about some of the chores that they have to do at home. Just getting people to settle, breathe, focus, and then engage. You have any other thoughts on that?
I would say parents should learn to model SEL. The home is the first classroom, and your parents are your first teachers. And you should let your kids see you do self-care. They should see when things are overwhelming that you take a moment to have a little me time and rejuvenate and then get back on it.
And this may be something that's difficult for parents to embrace. When you say mindfulness, that's something that's sort of a foreign concept to many people.
Right. You know, mindfulness is critically important because there's actually a lot of science in the brain on what it does when we take these mindful moments. One of the great tools to use for younger kids is something we call starfish, where it's a strategy. You hold your 5 fingers up, start with 1 finger, and when you go to the tippy top of your finger, you're breathing in.
Oh.
And then when you go down, you breathe out. And you do that throughout your entire finger. And it's amazing to see the transformation that happens with a young child when they're going from just being overactive, bouncing off the walls. We do mindfulness, and the joy is when you start to see the young people do it themselves and not have to be prompted by an adult.
Well, it
Yeah.
sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Thanks to you both for being here and telling us all about your programs. And to get more information, visit bigthought.org. Don't go away. We are back in a moment with more of 5 Talk Street.